Hi everyone, I'm Natasha from AxelsonAcademy. Today I'm starting a 3-video series based on the Gingerbread Man. So this classic turns up a lot, especially in our younger grades. So I'm going to focus on a few activities that are especially looking at language comprehension. So these activities can go down to your very littlest toddlers, looking at pre-reading skills all the way up through kindergarten, first grade. We'll look at a different book in each video. The first one that we are going to look at today is probably the most classic version that I have of the Gingerbread Man. Then we're going to look at Jan Brett's Gingerbread Friends, sort of an alternative or extension of the Gingerbread Man story, and then a book that is relatively new, Tough Cookie. Now, before we begin the Gingerbread Man, this is an activity that I would recommend goes very well with the little pocket puppets you can make. And I've shown this in another video, I'll link it below, where you take an origami puppet and you have a Velcro dot on it, and you can trade these out then for lots of different characters that show up in your books. A Gingerbread Man is a very easy one to make. I have different color pockets. Sometimes I use different color buttons or glitter buttons. You can make them as fancy as you want, but your child will be able to actively participate in the reading of this story with their puppet, which always increases your child's engagement. Now, one thing that you might remember from your earliest readings of the Gingerbread Man is there is a repeated refrain in here that the Gingerbread Man says as he is running away from all those animals chasing him. He says, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Gingerbread Man." And although you might have a little one that is not yet reading, you are going to say to them, "You know this part, read it with me." And here's our refrain here. And you're going to, wherever it is in the book, you're going to point to the words and read them. Now, your child is going to catch on to the repetition of these words. Are they actually reading the words? Probably not, but they do have that memory for them. And as you point to each word, you are working on print awareness skills here. You are reinforcing we're moving left to right. We move from the top of the page down. We see separate words here being linked to meaning. So this is really important. Even if your child is not yet reading, you are teaching them such important beginning reading skills. And then, of course, if your child has started to decode, this is a great time for them to practice those words, because the more they see those words, the more ingrained they become and become sight words for your child. So if you have a puppet right there, some of my students might take out your puppet and you'll do this with me. Once upon a time, a little old man and a little old woman lived in a cottage near the river. One morning, the little old woman decided to bake a gingerbread man as a special treat. The little old woman mixed together all the ingredients to make the gingerbread dough. And here is our recipe here. Then she rolled the dough out flat and used the cutter to make it into the shape of a little man. Finally, she made some icing for his eyes and mouth, and she gave him 3 currant buttons and a cherry for a nose. The gingerbread man was ready to be baked. Half an hour later, the gingerbread man was baked and the little old woman opened the oven. Suddenly, the gingerbread man jumped up and ran through the open kitchen door. "Stop!" cried the old woman, running after him. "I want to eat you." But the gingerbread man wouldn't stop. He didn't want to be eaten. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Gingerbread Man," he chanted. The gingerbread man ran past the little old man. "Stop," cried the little old man. "I want to eat you." But the gingerbread man ran even faster. "I've run away from a little old woman, and I can run away from you," he said. "Okay, everyone all together. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man," he chanted. The little old man and the little old woman chased the gingerbread man into the yard, but he was too fast. As he ran, he passed a pig. "Stop," snorted the pig. "I want to eat you." But the gingerbread man ran even faster. "I've run away from a little old woman and a little old man, and I can run away from you," he said. Here we go. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man," he chanted. The pig chased the gingerbread man, followed by the little old man and the little old woman. The gingerbread man ran past a cow by the barn. "Stop," mooed the cow. "I want to eat you. I've run away from a little old woman, a little old man, and a pig, and I can run away from you," the gingerbread man cried. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man," he chanted. The cow, the pig, and the little old man and the little old woman all chased the gingerbread man. But the gingerbread man was too fast. The gingerbread man raced past a horse in the field. "Stop," neighed the horse. "I want to eat you. I've run away from a little old woman, a little old man, a pig, and a cow, and I can run away from you," he said. All together. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man," he chanted. The horse chased the gingerbread man, followed by the cow, the pig, the little old man, the little old woman, but the gingerbread man was too fast. Then the gingerbread man reached a river and stopped. The sparkly water swirled in front of him. "Oh no, I can't swim," he cried. "How will I get across?" A sly and hungry fox saw the gingerbread man and licked his lips. "Jump on my tail and I will take you across the river," he said. So the gingerbread man jumped onto the fox's tail. After swimming halfway, the fox said, "You're too heavy for my tail. Jump onto my back." So the gingerbread man ran along the fox's bushy tail and jumped onto his back. After a while, the fox cried, "You're too heavy for my back. Jump onto my nose." So the gingerbread man jumped onto the fox's nose. But as soon as they reached the riverbank, the fox flipped the gingerbread man up into the air, snapped his mouth shut, and gobbled him up. And that was the end of the gingerbread man. The end. And that is how the original gingerbread man story ends. He does get outsmarted by the fox. Now, as you're looking at students progressing in their literacy journey, we have the great opportunity in this book to begin talking about cause and effect too. We also can talk about sequencing events. So what I've done here is I've just taken our main character, the gingerbread man, and all the people and animals that he meets, the little old lady, the little old man. We have a horse, a pig, a cow, and the fox, of course. And after reading this book, we could work on sequencing who does the gingerbread man meet first. Oh, the little old lady who baked him. And we're going to line these up in order of them chasing the gingerbread man. We see this again and again throughout the book, so there's a very good chance that your child will remember a lot of this. If they don't, it's fine for them to look back in the book and see who the gingerbread man meets first. This is going to drive home with the child that as they're reading, they need to be paying attention and remembering what is either being read to them or that they're reading on their own. So remembering those events is really key. We also can start talking about cause and effect here. So at the beginning of the story, the gingerbread man runs away. because he runs away, he ends up getting chased by the little old lady. And because he keeps running and the little old lady can't catch him, the effect is that he runs by the little old man who also tries to catch him. And we can follow that chain of cause and effect throughout this book. And that's very simple. This is your very basic cause and effect, to have a chain like this, but it's bringing in this idea that something happens and it causes a result, something else to happen in the book. Now, once your child has this very simple chain of cause and effect, you then have the possibility of expanding that outside of this book. And maybe you'll find some other great books. Oh, a really good book you could use with that is If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie, it's going to ask for a glass of milk. If you give the mouse a glass of milk, then he's going to ask for something else. So once again, we have that very simple cause and it has him ask for something else, the effect. But then you can move on to something more complex where you have one cause that has a lot of effects. And we know in life that's how it is. So here I have a card with snow. If there is snow outside, well, that could cause the effect of being able to build a snowman, having to put on hat, mitten, and scarf, or having school canceled, no school. So here we have one cause with multiple effects, and that, of course, is going to be at a higher level of thinking there. As we begin looking at the Gingerbread Man, you're probably going to find lots of other versions of this. A great opportunity to also bring in some of our Venn diagram work with compare and contrast. In our next video, we'll be looking at gingerbread friends. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.